Wow, I am officially live. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first ever A Moment or So Murphy live stream. So, obviously, I'm Andrew. You all know me. So, let's see who we got in the house. Looks like we've got Jeff Callison from the States. So, good evening, Jeff. Hope you are well. And hopefully, it's bright sunshine out where you are at the moment. Hi, Mum. Okay, who else have we got out? We've got one thumbs up already, so that's great. Anyone else joining? Okay, probably would help if I put it on live chat. There we go. So yeah, I've had to learn something very much off the cuff tonight is how to set up a YouTube live stream. Um, Good evening, Andrew, and good evening, Catherine. Hope you are very well where you are tonight. So yeah, I've just had to set up a live stream. First time setting up a stream, and it was all. I would say it's like setting up a video. Good evening, Gaston Gabriel. Hope you're well. So yeah, setting up a live stream is certainly not just uploading YouTube video. It's so good. Looks like we've got Bernie in the house. Good evening, Station Master's Choice. Now, it does feel weird being on kind of the other end. Good evening, John F. Hope you're well. So yeah, it's often I see the live chat kind of whiz up and down when people have been on. Kind of, I'm normally doing the typing, but obviously I'm doing the reading out, which is equally great. Good evening, Ron, and obviously presumably good evening, Elaine as well. Hope you're all well. So yeah, we've got 4 thumbs up already, and we've got 15 viewers already. So that is fantastic. Okay, are we getting any more in the house? Good evening, Harry. Hope you're well. Good evening, the Wandering Ponder. So yeah, there's no set theme tonight. Okay, so Catherine asks, what has everyone got for their dinner tonight? I don't even own a checkbook, Bernie. I really don't. I have never ever wrote a check in my life. I've cashed them in, but I've never wrote them. I think that's just me being that modern kind of 20-something-year-old. We've just never had the thing. More time, I can just send money on there or pay someone. Yeah. Okay, so Harry asks, what are my New Year's resolutions? Well, I haven't kind of really set anyone. Though kind of I do want to have a flight on an aeroplane. That's kind of the main one at the moment. I'm just keeping it nice and general. And that. So yeah. So we're up to 17 viewers and 6 likes. That is great. Good evening, Elaine. Okay, so Andrew Norris says, I only write rubber checks. I love the way they bounce. Oh, that's a good one, Andrew. That really, really is. That's probably on the standard of what I could compose. As we're in Christmas, I'll start with a joke. I bought a wooden leg for Christmas. It was supposed to be a stocking filler. And am I going to see my viewership decline? Nah, we're all good. We're all good at the moment. So we've had lasagna, chicken hoisin noodles. Obviously, this is from the question we asked earlier as well. Okay. I'm not going to give up the day job, Bernie. I can assure you that. And yes, that is probably as much of a stocking Christmas cracker joke. It's me stockings. Okay, so we've got Ian McCagan. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. Okay, yeah, I know, Andrew Norris. It wasn't the best joke in the house. So you said, grown. My stepfather used to carve wooden legs after the war and up until the 70s. Yes, I do know who you mean, Harry. Okay. Good evening, Kathy. Hope you are well. That's Kathy Bonner. So up to 20 people so far. So yeah, how was everyone's Christmas break? So yeah, obviously with mine, it was a trip up to Yorkshire, to spend Christmas with my family. So we had lots of fun up there as well. I did get given the option to come home on the Friday. Good job I didn't, as it was very, very foggy. So I thought I'll head over to York and spend obviously the day with my sister and her partner. And obviously we went on the Saturday. I don't know if people might have seen. We went to a place called Fountains Abbey. So that's near a place called Ripon, almost on the Yorkshire Dales, for a lovely trip around there. So that was fantastic, and we polished it off with a lovely Indian as well. Bengal's brasserie in Wetherby. So yeah, very very good meal there as well. Okay, looks like we've got Marion, Maz Mitchell, and Steve Mitchell. Good evening, both of you. Hope you're all well, and very happy birthday to you, Steve, as well. Okay, right. So let's have a look at see who we got in the comments in the live chat. Okay, so my mother asks, what was my favourite video making? Well, I do have quite a few videos, and there are still more to come. Let me just have a quick look at my upload thingy bobs. I mean, they're all part and parcel. A lot of them are walks as well. I would say for this, the one that I did enjoy filming was the Wheeled Lot of Fun video at the Weald and Downland Museum. That's in a place called Singleton in West Sussex. Very much topical because it contains a couple of buildings from around the area where I live, which is fantastic. There are also others as well I've made. We've got Bubbles at Butser. That was just an off the cuff one as well. Yeah, a couple of other ones as well. Obviously, I went through a car wash as well, which was good because my car was extremely dirty at the time and needed obviously to go there as well. Obviously, I think kind of the favourite one as well of a comedic value was the Kevin's Rambles walk at Ewhurst, where we had Kai sitting in the mud. So that was a good one as well. I've just read the list of videos as well from what I've uploaded. Okay, so we've got a few more comments as well. Okay. Harry asks, have I got anywhere in the UK that I would like to visit? I don't know. I would say definitely back up in Yorkshire. And for people who probably know me, would know that I do love a good mast. Actually, I do want to go and see Emily Moore. So, which coming on the way back from York on Sunday, just gone. Looking at it from the M1, it really does look. It looks quite imposing on the landscape. It's like it's so striking of how tall it is. So yeah, that'd be a good one to go on to. So yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of saying that it was a good one at the Weald and Downland Museum. So yeah, that really was one of the best days out we've had so far. So obviously we saw around the buildings and saw the mill be used as well. And also there was even chance to buy freshly baked oaty biscuits as well. So yeah, it was fantastic. Unfortunately, Attuned with Andrew, Catherine, will be for 2022. That would have been good 3 years ago, but it might need to be 2025. Yeah, and now you're agreeing. So yeah, obviously Mum's just reminded me of we did get some flour from there, and that was used in my apple crumble video I did. So yeah, that was good as well. That was supplemented obviously from the Kevin's Rambles summer picnic as well. We had up at Ian's Field. So yeah, where I did a bit of scrumping, but Ian agreed. They're for a good cause, which I'd made a video, so I think I got away with that one. Kathy Bonner says, I went to visit the Rail Museum in York, but need someone to travel with. So yeah, that is something I do want to go and check out because my sister Catherine does live in York. So I've been wanting to go there for a while. So, and Catherine's just rightly put, it's right next to the station. So if you're coming up, it could even be a day trip if you're within a few hours. So definitely well worth it. I think the train service between London and York is um, much faster. As I've been told from my sister, than what it is from between here and London. In real terms, it's probably a lot longer, but you probably go a lot faster with. But 1 hour 50 on a non-stop service. That's probably about here to Waterloo. Um, so, although to be honest, I have not been on a train in years. I think the last time would have been when I went to university, potentially, and that was I only went to university down in Portsmouth. But that was, oh no, actually, tell a lie. I tell a lie. I think the last time on a train was coming up for 5 years ago, actually, um, where I worked only for 4 weeks over at by Southampton Airport. So that was probably the last time. I only lasted a month there until I found my first IT job. Um, so yeah, that's probably the last time I've been on a train. So um, whether should I go on a train journey? If you can put a yes or no in the comments, that'd be great. So we've got one. So we've got one vote for yes so far. Anyway, we've got 2 votes. 3. Obviously, Catherine wants me to come to York. Um, I'll probably be less tired coming up on train to York with all the concentrating you do on the roads. So we've got 5, 6. I think we're heading for a unanimous majority by the look of it um, on the votes, which is good. Yes, trains do go choo choo. Unfortunately, Steve, as much as my sister would love me to stay, I probably would last around a couple of hours before getting told to go to a hotel. Comfy sofa. Um, if push comes to a shove, I'll take you up on that, Catherine. Good evening to Lynn. Don't worry, no one's ever late to join the party. Okay, so we've got a hello from Attack. Okay, good evening, Kai, as well. Also, very happy New Year to you, Attack, as well. Okay, so we've got 9 thumbs up as well. We've got 22 watching, so that's good. Lots of people obviously saying hi to everyone, which is fantastic, and obviously what we want as well for people to do as well. I can't believe I've lasted almost 20 minutes. So yeah, I told you I could probably go on for an hour, and that's looking good so far. We're up to 11 thumbs up as well, so we're in double figures. Okay. So we've got Kathy Bonner says she wants to go and see the Minster too, and possibly the North York Moors Railway as well. So yep, so I've been up the Minster as well. You get some good views up there. I think it must be the tallest building in York, I think. So I think you can see up towards the moors as well. Although the last time I've been up the Minster was back in 2018. So that was kind of the first ever trip up to Yorkshire as well. So we stayed with my brother and sister in brother sis brother and sister-in-law, if I can get my teeth in, at the time. And then we obviously took day trips. We went up to Whitby, over to Hornsey, which is on like the east coast. And we took a trip up to York, so which was Whitby was furthest I'd ever been north at the time, so that was fantastic. I think the video is on YouTube as well, so if you want to check after this as well, please do. So yeah, we went up to York Minster as well. We went in the Shambles as well. I think the Shambles is supposed to be the setting or the inspiration for Harry Potter's Diagon Alley. So yeah, that was my first kind of real insight into York. So yeah, it does take a while getting up onto into Yorkshire as well, because where I live in Fareham, it does take to get up to the M1. You can either take one or two routes. You can either take the M3, go around the M25, and then up to the M1, and then keep continuing on the M1 up there. Or you can head off at Winchester, up the A34 via Oxford, and then take the A43 up to Northampton, and then obviously continue up the M1 as well. So that takes around about a couple of hours or so to get through that as well. But after you're up there, I find getting past Northampton, once you pass there, a lot of the roads are quite easy to navigate, and they take you usually to places you want to go. So yeah, my family do love to stop off at Leicester Services. So that's a service station on the M1, just before junction 21 Alpha, which leads off up to the Fosse Way, historic Roman road. So yeah, you can really sit and have a meal, and then watch all the traffic go literally under your feet. If you sit, obviously your the main dining part is on the bridge, but you can see all the cars, lorries, all vehicular traffic go underneath your feet whilst you're tucking in to whatever takes your fancy. Right, let's have a look at the comments as well. Obviously, yeah, Catherine knows where all the good places are in York. We did a little bit of we had a drink in a couple of pubs as well. Non-alcoholic, I might add as well, on kind of the real last family trip to York back in the summer. So she does know all the bits and bobs in that as well. And she obviously says, if you want to get up to Whitby, the coastline is the your best bet as well. So yeah, Harry's right. Harry, Mummy's right. Don't put this on anywhere else, as they wouldn't generally know kind of what I'm on about. Okay, yeah, as Bernie said, there are lots of things like Premier Inn, Travel Lodge as well in York as well. So plenty places to stay as well, with the chains as well. So yeah, Whitby is a good, definitely a good place as well. Okay. As you can see, I've got no agenda tonight, so it's literally me in front of my computer as well. So with my new role, Lynn, thanks for asking. I don't start until week Monday, so I've got a little bit of time as well before I start, which would be good. The role is much nearer to home as well, so less travelling. So yeah, it's Monday the 13th as well, so I start. Whitby, where Scampi comes from. Definitely good with some tartar sauce as well, and chips and mushy peas. Um, although I don't tend to do that, I do tend to like a bit of a guilty pleasure. Have some baked beans with typically my fish and chips. Curry sauce. That's just as bad as gravy. But at least I won't have Gravy Gate on here tonight. So yeah, the thing with gravy as well, it's good, but in small doses. Do you really want gravy with chips? I don't mind if it's with some roast potatoes, but chips, I think I'll pass on the gravy on that one. Yes, I do love your gravy, Catherine. Harry says he's partial to some gravy and chips. Okay, each to your own. Okay, so Digital Footprints, the gamer has said Susie has gravy with chips, but it's not for me. Curry sauce is what I like. Okay. So yeah, I have, as Lynn has just pointed out in the comments, snow is on the cards on the weather forecast for this weekend. Although to be honest, looking at the forecast, it's probably going to be a bit of a washout. So, although to be honest, we have had flurries here. I mean, in Fareham, we don't really tend to get snow in Fareham. We don't, because the way, kind of the natural geography of Fareham is you've got the New Forest to the west, sheltering much of that weather. You've got to the south, you've got the Isle of Wight, sheltering as much from the southerly weather systems, but also to the north as well. You've got Portsdown Hill. Actually, that's to the east. To the north, ultimately, is the South Downs Ridge. So yeah, we haven't had a proper white winter's day in quite a number of years. So yeah, I do know how you feel, Lynn. Yeah, it's over towards Brighton. It's probably very much a similar picture as well. Okay. Oh, so Morton in Marsh. Okay, so we've had very much some ice as well. And yes, Harry, I am quite popular in Fareham as well. So yeah, I did. Speaking of Christmas decorations, I can see Elaine and Lynn look like they're putting away the Christmas decorations. So yep, I did put up the tree this year, even though we went away for Christmas. I did decide to put it up, even if it was just up, a few baubles, some lights, cut the things below the tree. I was all set. So yeah, that was good. So at least it felt a little bit Christmassy when I came back. So yeah, continued on that theme. And yes, Mum did say it was just the job as well. So yeah, it looks like a lot of people are chatting as well, which is good, which is what we like to see. So it's not just always about me, it's definitely about each and every one of you lovely people joining me tonight. Okay. Yes, I have heard of people taking down the trees on Boxing Day. Um, in the past, it does. Um, People, as soon as Christmas is out of the way, right, tree away. Um, but we like to go generally to 12th night, which is like we'd rather get our money's worth. We might as well, because it's stuck either in an attic, in a garage, or any other cupboard in the house for about 11 months of the year. Then it's only used for about a month or so. Although probably some people may stick it up in November um, as well, which it's probably not uncommon. Um, so yeah, I think it's quite a subjective thing, really. Christmas decorations as well. So yeah, you get some people might have the humble affairs like we do, but then again, you probably get some people who will go all out and decorate the whole house inside and out. So yeah, but now we're after Christmas. It's very, very good. Okay, so we've got the Wandering Ponderer packed up his Christmas decorations today. So, okay, right. Okay, so something about tea rooms as well. So, what is everyone looking forward to most about 2025? Yep, I can see Lynn is looking forward to lots of nice walks, and Catherine's looking forward to seeing all the family again. And yeah, definitely, it's looking forward to going out for a lot more walks as well, which is definitely nice. Is everyone looking forward to the lovely spring weather? So yeah, certainly once it gets to about March or so, we're definitely obviously meteorological spring, and that which is definitely nice. A lot the longer daylight as well, because I think this one thing for me seeing all like the daffodils come up and tulips, that's quite nice. And at least with the brighter weather, hopefully you can do a lot more as well. So if you want to get out in the garden, you can do. If you want to head on lovely walks, you can do. If you want to head anywhere else with all the nice weather and longer days as well, that's always the advantage, because there's nothing worse kind of getting to about 4 o'clock at the moment and the daylight going, and it's you're really getting into whatever you're doing, and time to go home because the light is failing. Yeah, I think people do like spring. Well, I'm a spring baby. I am as well, which is kind of always good. Yes, snowdrops will be out soon, which is even more great. Okay, Catherine says spring is the embodiment of new possibilities to me. So yeah, sometimes the winter is good for a walk as well. If it's dry um, but cold, you can still put on a few layers, wrap up warm, and especially if it's like today, dry, even and bright, even better. Um, Mum asks, wonder if we'll get an early spring. Well, um, you could be right on that one because one of the I have a pot plant in the garden, which has already got some flowers on. That I think supposed to be an annual plant, and it's already got flowers on, which is great. But also, are we going to get a full winter, or is it just going to be a mild winter like anything else? But no one can tell. Okay, so we're 40 minutes in, so we've still got 14 people out there as well, so that's good. And 14 thumbs up. Limpy says, looks like there's daffodils out on Christmas Eve. A little bit concerning, but just one of them things. John says, I find February is often the worst month weather-wise. At least it's only a short month as well. We've only got the 28 days in February, 29 if it's a leap year. Yeah, definitely. December may not be as good as well, but it really depends what weather systems come our way over the UK. I don't blame you, Catherine. It's better to be warm than rather freezing cold. Ian says, I've just seen someone scrumping apples from my field. I don't know who you could be on about, Ian. I really don't. Well, I wasn't the only one scrumping. I think Andrew Nice has said, what type of apple do you have in winter, Ian? I think apples are only kind of an autumnal fruit. No, there's not any knocking around in the garage. They've all been used up, Catherine, which is good because you can't be seen to be wasting food. Yeah, I know what you mean now, Ian. Yeah, we do have an abundance of them as well in that. Oh, we saw someone scrumping today. Ooh. Well, it wasn't me or Tesco. Other supermarkets are available. I would like to add as well. The Yeah, if you get if you do some scrumping in the supermarkets, security might get a little bit annoyed with you. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Very much appreciated. Who else nicked my apples, Andrew? I wasn't going to name names, but they know who they are. Okay, so looks like got some nice chat as well. Yes, Ian could make some cider, but I don't know how much apples you would actually need really to get a pint of cider. Um, but I know people do homebrew as well, which is good. Okay, so yes, past Butlins around a nice part of Feltham. See, I have visited down in Bognor. Okay, Harry asks, where is the best walk in Hampshire? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. There's lots of walks. I think if you really want to get like a proper like couple of 100 miles in, definitely the New Forest, as you can probably do lots of walks in lots of combinations around there, and obviously lots of free parking. But though you have got to mind out for the ponies as well, who love to wander down the road as well. Um, so yeah, 200 miles in a month. That does sound an awful lot, but I do know Harry, and yeah, he can certainly outwalk me. So yeah, St Catherine's Hill as well. That's another good one as well. You got Farley Mount, which is not far as well. So you got and up towards Crabwood as well. That's a nice one in Winchester, which I have done a video about. If you want to go and watch it, and please do. You can probably get quite a few miles in if you go from Abbotston, which is above Alresford, over towards like Mitchell Devil Woods and back. You could probably get a few miles in that way. Obviously, the South Downs, Meon Valley Railway as well. You've got some you can park. So yeah, no, there are a wide range of paths one can take in Hampshire. If you want to go a little bit further afield, you've got the around the hangars as well, like around Selborne, Noah Hill, Ashford Hangars. They're all good ones as well. Very steep, but certainly will get your pulse up as well. What else can I think of? So yeah, no, there are quite a few other paths around here. So yeah, I think Elaine likes to look at Fort Nelson as well. So yeah, definitely a one to go to as well. I think that's one of the tourist attractions around the Fareham area, which is certainly a good one to go to. It's free entry, although you have to pay a cupful for parking. But I'd rather pay a cupful for parking and have free entry and see history as well. That was always good as well. I think I've been there a few times. I think the last one was obviously when they had the Victorian Fair, not last year, but the year before that as well, I think. Time does certainly fly by when you're having fun. Okay, Digital Footprints the Gamer said we went to Glastonbury a long time back, but did not have a lot of time there. Need to go back and spend more time looking around. So yeah, I think got the Glastonbury tour over there as well. Obviously got the Mendips as well, which is a lovely set of walks. I think that's kind of somewhere I need to perhaps maybe venture over to and see that area as well. Oh yes, thanks, Mum, for reminding me. Yes, South Downs Way, very very good as well. I've created lots of walks up around that way in my time. One of the good places you've got Old Winchester Hill as well. So that's kind of what I would say is closest Fareham as well. Oh, good evening, Nigel. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, I've been around Old Winchester Hill more times than I've probably had hot dinners. But yeah, it's a good view back towards Fareham as well. So even though you're out the country, you can still see back towards home, which is good in itself. Because as well, you don't realise how high you are up there. I think it's quite noticeable because when I've been over on the Isle of Wight in videos gone by, and still some videos to probably come, I think. it's like two layers. You've got Portsdown Hill, and then you've got the South Downs, and you don't realise how high or how prominent above sea level the South Downs really are. So that is, it always takes me back, looking back towards where I live. Oh, good evening, Jackie. Hope you're well as well. So yeah, I haven't been over on the island for a while, but yeah, it's something, definitely a good place to visit as well. You've got some lots of nice walks over there. Obviously the Needles as well that I visited with Mum back. Was it this summer or last summer? 23. I think it was about 2023. I visited that. So yeah, I like to go over on the hovercraft as well. That is quite good as well. It takes 10 minutes from Southsea to Ryde. I think the return's about 30 for adults. So yeah, it's definitely. I find the hovercraft is easier to get to, and it's easier to park at the mainland end, obviously Southsea. And then you've got the hovercraft. Then you've got the buses, literally over the other side of the Island Line railway as well. So best of both worlds. I have done the Gunwharf to Fishbourne route, but the only problem with that one is you've got then that walk from the terminal at Fishbourne right up to the ride to Newport Road via Wootton Bridge. So yeah, I had thought about maybe doing an overnight stay on the island. I might do it. I had thought about it, but yep. Harry's just asked, have you done a walk around the Isle of Wight? Yeah, I've done a few. I did one that I can remember was St Boniface Down, which is the tallest part of the Isle of Wight. I did it in welly boots and up this steep hill, and let's just say the suction power of that almost took my welly boot off. So yeah, that was certainly a fun walk as well. But no, that was good one. I think that was Easter last year, I think. So yeah, I think that was a good one. I haven't done a full walk around the island. How big is the island in terms if you walk around it? Let's just do a quick Google Maps. So from West Cowes over towards Allen Bay is about 13 miles, into St Catherine's Point 26. So yeah, to walk around the island, it's a good 50 miles. I mean, I've just done that point to point, but yeah, if I can do what 12, 13 miles easily in a day. If I'm out in the countryside, but 50, I could do it, but it probably would take me a little while. But no, I have walked over on the island. One I went to, one of the walks I did was up on Mottiston Down, or Limiston Down. That's the one. I think that's where I think I got the outline of Cherbourg in France. Although it's not inconceivable for to see France on a clear day, because looking in the easterly direction, you could probably see the Beachy Head, which is over Eastbourne Way, on a clear day as well. So it's not inconceivable to see France. Okay. Bernie says, I remember the first hovercraft back in 1968 when we had a scout camp at Lake. They were the SR6, hellishly noisy. We went over to Portsmouth on the HM2 high-speed craft. They didn't last very long. So yeah, I think the hovercraft service over to the island is only commercial hovercrafts here in the world. So we are very, very lucky as well that we have it right on our doorsteps here. So, looks like Jeff has gone already. Good night, Jeff. Thanks for joining me. And good night, Elaine, as well. Thanks for joining me as well. Oh, better late than never, Ernie. Thanks for joining me as well on my first ever broadcast. And we've gone over an hour. We are just about to approach 61 minutes of me in front of my computer, essentially chatting. So it is even more fantastic. So, will I be doing any more lives? Potentially. Although, to be honest, keeping talking for an hour is does certainly take a while. Oh, good night, Lynn. Thanks for joining me, and hope to see you at the end of the month as well. Bernie says, you've done very well, Andrew. It's not easy, is it? No, it's certainly not easy, because even though you're sitting in front of a computer, talking in front of a webcam, obviously got a headset on as well, keeping one talking for 1 hour, yeah. I might think about it, Harry. That would be one to think about. But obviously, this is just a bit of a dummy run tonight, just to see what kind of reception I got. Oh, thanks, Ernie. Yeah, I do sound confident as well. I don't know if it's easier talking for an hour, and that, because it's like talking to yourself. It really is, but it's not, because you've got other people watching you. If it was just yourself and only one in the chat room, yeah, you could probably say that. But no, we've had superb support tonight as well, and I'd also like to say thank you to each and everyone who has joined as well, which is certainly amazing. Hope you don't forget to click the subscribe button. We need to get more than 30 subscribers if we can. Each and everyone does help. Oh, good night, Catherine. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so we've got 13 still in there in the house. Oh, thanks, Ernie. Oh, thanks, Cynthia, for joining. Don't worry, you're late. There is always the catch-up service as well. Yeah, I know everyone can't always make one of the live broadcasts that each and everyone of the YouTube community that have joined tonight can always make, because sometimes you might be out and about, or you want to watch something else on the box. Fine by me. I don't mind. Oh, thanks, Harry. So yeah, I do know me, Kathy. It does. You got to obviously be careful who you're broadcasting to as well. Definitely. Okay. John F doesn't watch mainstream television. I know that's to be honest the only real couple of things I've watched over the Christmas period. Was obviously Gavin and Stacey because that was on. I watched the Outnumbered Christmas special. But one I always follow is Casualty. I've always followed that. Yes, I think everyone does love Gavin and Stacey, I think. Oh, plane spotting streams. I I know there is a thing of plane spotting streams. I have heard of similar things in in that time. Um, Although there seems to be a stream for everything on YouTube these days. Where's the oh dear, that is. I think that was one of the iconic lines. Although I think the iconic line from that was um, Smithy's curry rant moan thing. Okay, so we've got 11 still in the house. Then we'll go a couple more minutes, I think, tonight. Yes, everyone loves Doris. That's brilliant. Thanks for joining me tonight, Kathy. Very much appreciated. Pete, have you thought about my booners? How many booners does he have? I think he's got chicken, lamb, prawn. I think it was a keema naan and 9 poppadoms, if I can remember. So, that's true, Bernie. I think Barry Island is certainly well on the map. So, yeah. Okay, looks like we've got only 9 people watching now. So I think what we'll do, we'll kind of start to wrap this up for now. But no, it has been a bit nervous, but I have enjoyed doing the live stream tonight. thanks, Jackie. That is very much appreciated. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll wrap this up tonight. Do let me know if you'd like me to do another one sometime soon. So yeah. So yeah. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Every click of that button does help. Ding the bell. So any more uploads I do, you're all well informed. So that's brilliant. Good night, John. Good night, Ernie. Thanks, Digital Footprints the Gamer. Good night, Cynthia. Don't worry. Thanks, Bernie. Okay. Good night, Digital Footprints the Gamer. That's brilliant. Good night, Harry. Thanks for joining me. Okay, yeah, looks like we've got only a few in the house. So what I will do, okay, for 1 hour, 12 minutes and 12 seconds, I think we'll end it there tonight. I would just like to wish everyone a happy new year as well. Thank you for your company. Take care and bye for now.